If you look at it and think about how much it's saving from the NHS, and the client's not bed clean and all that sort of thing, it's a no-brainer, to be honest. So I'm David, I'm the Director and General Manager for the Homestead, East Herts and Uttlesford. Been here for about 13 years now, and we cover a 30-mile radius looking after people with the elderly, people that have learning disability and mental health. So before we used the Raizer, when the client was on the floor, we used to phone for an ambulance, and we could be waiting up to 6 to 7 hours for an ambulance crew to come out, which means then a staff member needs to be sat with them to reassure them that help is on their way, which will then put cost on the client and also for the caregiver. We have 2 members of staff that we take it in turns in doing the on-call using the Raizer. They are trained to use the Raizer chair, and also we use our Homestead policy that states out how to use and when to use the Raizer. We then, when the staff member phones us to say, or a family member to say that their loved one's on the floor, we'll make sure that we assess them first to make sure they've got no injuries, and then if they haven't got any injuries, then we'll come out and we'll then assist them off the floor. Yeah, so I think it's a good thing to have the Raizer because it eliminates obviously the waiting time again, which then enables that client to be reassured that they can stay at home. If we didn't purchase a Raizer, then we could be waiting, as again, 6 to 12 hours for an ambulance to come out. Then they'll be going into hospital, and they could be bed blocking. They could be up there for 2 weeks just for assessments and checks and blood tests. It could be a weekend, and being able to have the Raizer within the office, it cuts the costs down for us because we don't have to pay for the staff member. The clients are happier because they are remaining to stay at home as their wishes, and it's all win-win for all of us. It also saves money for the client for not waiting for 6 to 12 hours for an ambulance crew to come over, and it cuts down our payroll costs because we're not paying for that staff member to be waiting for that client. So we have told our insurance, because it's a moving and handling equipment, it hasn't cost us anything. As long as the staff member that's using it is trained and competent, then there shouldn't be any extra cost. We are speaking to our ambulance trusts for our local area, and we are in talks with our local MP who are looking into cutting the cost for the ambulance service and introduce the Raizer with Homestead as an add-on to support our clients, but also outscope for other clients that might be potential to using Homestead, knowing that they've got a Raizer. If we can support and assist in our local area for non-urgent falls, then if a crew is out dealing with a person that's fallen, they can be responding quicker to people that really need support from the ambulance service. Yes, but the client hasn't fallen and they need support, but if they use home instead, then it will cut the costs down, but also support our community, which we should be doing, supporting our local community.